Hello, dear CEO. My name is Mariana, and on behalf of the whole HSJM Solutions Group, I am so excited to share our findings with you, Natixis. So, we are confident that this is the most profitable and effective way forward. So, let's get into it. So, our main issue solution to the big question of how do we make the company more profitable in the long term is that we suggest Natixis to renew its subscription to the OBCA, enabling the company to continue the pay when you drive insurance policy. We have two main reasons for this. Number one is that pay when you drive plus OBCA is the future of the car insurance industry. This is very well demonstrated by the impressive 6.7% growth in the customer base, which far exceeds the industry average, showing that this is a profitable direction to go into. Also combined with the compound average growth rate of 8.5% from 2020 to 2027, this provides a relatively safe and profitable long-term investment opportunity for large capitalization companies in these otherwise unpredictable times. This would allow the company to also overcome a broader industry challenge of keeping up with the digitalization brought about by new market entrants, and combined with Natixis' financial ability to undercut the market long term, based on its large market capitalization and diverse revenue streams of a bank. This would allow the company to become a dominant market player and increase revenue streams. The second reason is that by utilizing PWYD perks in combination with our updated two-way marketing strategy, we can expand the customer base to offset company costs. This would be done by bringing in even more millennial customers, whilst also focusing in on the older generation and bringing them on board as a stable customer-paying group, increasing customer volume to grow profitability. Thank you. So I will now pass over to Stepans to expand a little bit more on the execution strategy. Thank you.
Our main goal is to increase the company's long-term profitability. Altogether, there are two main objectives that need to be achieved. Firstly, we must expand the customer base of Pay When You Drive by mainly targeting the older generation whilst ensuring that the younger generation stays on board in the long term. Secondly, we must consider adjusting company culture in order to increase employee satisfaction and productivity. Now for the action plan. Our first task is to conduct competitor analysis and a thorough financial audit of our own firm to determine if the price of insurance can be raised before implementing any other major changes. Our second task is to program Pay How You Drive and integrate it into the Pay When You Drive system. This can be done in a span of around 1 month. Simultaneously, we should begin development of the two-way marketing strategy. Haris will elaborate on this further.
Yes. So that we're all on the same page, I will just briefly and conceptually go over our two-way marketing strategy. If any questions pop up, we can do an immediate follow-up. So, firstly, it entails focusing on long-term contracts specifically to ensure both long-term profitability and also certain predictability. Um, this will be achieved by making the short-term contracts ugly in a sense, and thus making the long-term contracts way more appealing, um, which is our bread and butter anyway. And we're not talking about only price tag here, though. We're talking about redemption policy, which would be especially appealing to the younger generation, um, and entails the fact that the person in a given time frame or of blocks can redeem themselves, at least to some extent. And secondly, addressing the second wing of our two-way marketing strategy is bringing the older generation on board by offering them improved live customer service and simplified interface, regardless of their technological literacy, because we know how important this live aspect of communication to them especially is. Um, and we will definitely address the inner culture, company culture thing as well by achieving these goals and paying out even bonuses, fair bonuses to everyone. So unification in one regard and diversification in another. Now I will give the floor to Jordis, who will tell you more about Pay How You Drive add-on.
Thanks, Harry. So, to continue on the Pay How You Drive. Pay How You Drive is a seamless addition to the PWYD mobile phone application. The app tracks our clients' driving habits through the OBCA systems and rates their driving skill. Depending on their skill and accidents, we sort them into their respective tiers. The system would take some time to analyze each driver, but after the trial period, it would sort drivers into their tiers, depending on multiple variables. For example, speeding, use of turn signals, the frequency of lane changes, and more. Depending on the tier of the client, we offer discounts and promotions. When the client crashes or causes an incident, their tier would get lowered. Tiers increase after a 6-month period with no accidents. If the client has a long-term contract with us, 1 year or longer, we offer a redemption policy, which would keep them in their current tier or wouldn't drop them as severely depending on the accident the driver caused. The PHYD service would be an optional service with a long-term contract. If the client agrees to the PHYD 10 commandments, then insurance would be cheaper than the regular PWYD service. However, if any of these 10 commandments get breached, then their tier gets lowered and insurance cost goes up. This would be an easy way on how to profit from overconfident drivers. We suggest to incorporate PHYD in the PWYD app because our company has subscribed to OBCA statistics and we don't feel like we're currently using the full range of what the system offers. All in all, we feel like this is the correct way for Natixis Group to continue forward with their business. Thank you for your attention.